This is not technically over. We don't know what John McCain's future is in the Senate. We don't know what's going to happen in the near term. We don't know if Mitch McConnell just, tearfully said goodbye last night. But here is Mo Brooks of Alabama, and look, this is what the House is going to do. They're going to blame the Senate because they all need somebody to blame. I imagine a lot of people figure out that it's Obama or Hillary's fault that they couldn't pass this, but so far they haven't quite caught on. Here is Mo Brooks.
My pleasure, Chris.
So, give us the state of play. What happens now? Do you believe there is a chance for what the American people say they always want most, which is to get the left and the right working together for them?
Pause it.
Well, let's be clear.
Can I just say, to even ask this question, first of all, I don't know. Maybe there's data that suggests that that's what the American public want. I haven't necessarily seen that. But can I just say, to ask this question is, I don't know. It's literally like asking a question of, the ocean as you're standing at it. Like, have you learned your lesson now about what happens if you go too far up the shore? Really? Wave. Okay, here we go.
Working together for them.
Well, let's be clear about what's happened over the last 24 hours in the United States Senate. It was an abject failure of the United States Senate to do what America needs doing. It was a failure from the newest member, Luther Strange, at the bottom to the very top with Mitch McConnell as majority leader. And I hope that the Senate will not quit. I hope and urge the Senate to stay in Washington, D.C. until the job gets done. There's an old saying that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Now is not the time to leave the American people in a lurch. Now is not the time to leave American health care at risk. Now is not the time to continue to stress even worse the family budgets as parents are trying to take care of their kids. So I hope they won't quit. And if they're going to quit, well then by golly, maybe they ought to start at the top with Mitch McConnell leaving his position and letting somebody new, somebody bold, somebody conservative take the reins so that they can come up with a plan that can get through the United States Senate and serve the needs of the American people.
Yeah, Ted Cruz for Senate Majority Leader. I love the fact how he's like, there's an old saying, and you really think he was going to bring out some old...
It blew my mind.
Yeah, wow. Is that...
So going gets tough. Tough get... I never heard that before. That's unbelievable.
See, what happens is he switches the words around.
There's an old saying.
And it still makes sense
What goes up must come down. Have you ever heard that one?
It's like
Have you ever heard that one?
What goes up must come down.
Unbelievable.
It was really, it was like Anthony was telling me the other day, what goes up must come down.
But this is what we're going to get. And look, this is just the beginning of this, ladies and gentlemen. We have averted a crisis in healthcare just in time to make time for the crisis on the debt ceiling that I am sure Mo Brooks is going to be a part of. And we're just going to go through, this is what it's going to be like for a while, folks.
Don't panic.
This is going to be what it's going to be like. It's going to be a little bit bumpy. And by bumpy, I mean horrifically bumpy. Hi, folks. Sam Seder here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos